For the last 20 years, I have been an educator as well as a researcher interested in understanding how best to identify and teach adolescent struggling readers how to read. What I'm going to talk about today is the importance of building meaningful relationships. The importance of meaningful relationships became clear to me the first time I taught high school students with significant language and reading disabilities. I was young, 25, energetic, motivated. They were discouraged, frustrated, and unmotivated because they were in high school and they did not know how to read. I sat down with my class on the first day of school and said, I don't have all the answers. I may fail. Yet I believe that at the end of this year, you will be a better reader. To be a better reader, we do this together. We are committed and we're honest. Did we work together every day? Yes, bell to bell. Did I fail? Some days I did. Did my students struggle? Some days they did too. Were we committed? 100% of every minute of every day. Were we honest? Yes. They were quick to tell me when they didn't like something, when a lesson did not work for them, when we needed to slow down or speed up. I was quick to tell them to set higher goals and to make better choices. At the end of the year, they did in fact make significant gains. And on the last day of school, I asked, how did this happen? You've been in school for 10 years. What made this year different? And they said, Ms. Barth, you are the only teacher who helped us to like ourselves, to like each other, and to like you. You believed in us, and we believed in you. Together, we essentially build a meaningful relationship. And the way we build a meaningful relationship is by establishing important connections among people that we care about. And early in my career, I thought that meaningful relationships, by building meaningful relationships with my students, that became a gateway for teaching the reading process and for my students, for them learning how to read. And I took this idea that relationships matter into my research on reading comprehension among adolescent struggling readers. From a theoretical perspective, we know that the ability to form meaningful relationships is important. That is, the major theories, the major models of reading comprehension suggest that comprehension is built on the back of decoding, the ability to read words, reading fluency, the ability to read words accurately and with speed, vocabulary, knowledge of the world, your ability to monitor your understanding of text, and the ability to make connections between ideas in text and your knowledge. This ability to make connections between text and knowledge, the ability to form meaningful connections among ideas, we call inference making. And from our research on comprehension and inference making, our work shows that among students in the secondary grades, this would be students in grades 7 through 12, The ability to make meaningful connections between ideas in text, connections among ideas in text, and your knowledge of the topic, inference making, is the largest predictor of reading comprehension among adolescent readers. In other words, a student's ability to make connections in text largely determines how well they understand the text. So, meaningful relationships matter. Our research also shows that the ability to generate inferences, the ability to generate meaningful relationships in text, it actually continues to improve or develop across the secondary grades. What this means is that students in high school are better able to make these connections in text than students in middle school. That making connections among information and text that is close together is easier for students than connecting information that is actually separated in text. Among skilled readers or adequate comprehenders, typically developing children, our research shows that they are highly accurate at forming meaningful connections among information that is close together in text. They are less accurate, but still adequate, at forming these important connections when information is separated in text. For less skilled readers, they struggle to form these critically important relationships in text. When information is close together in text, they are approximately 70% accurate making these connections. When information is separated in text, they are only able to form these meaningful relationships, to form these inferences at chance levels. And because they struggle to form these relationships in text and struggle to form relationships between text and their knowledge of the topic, they do not fully comprehend the text that they read. So, in short, the ability to form meaningful relationships between various sources of information significantly impacts your ability to read. It is the strongest, the largest predictor of comprehension among students in the secondary grades. We know that this ability to link up information from multiple sources is hard for students, particularly for students who are at risk or who have a disability. It differentiates students who are skilled from those who are less skilled readers. In closing, James Comer puts it well. No significant learning occurs without a significant relationship. And in my own personal experience as a teacher, educator, professor, this has shown me that students learn best from teachers who care, teachers who invest in their students, teachers who make their students' success a priority. By doing this, not only do students want to learn, but they're committed to the learning process, even if that process is challenging. From the perspective of building students' reading comprehension, I'd like to add that no significant learning from text occurs without building significant relationships between the ideas in text and your knowledge of the topic. By doing so, students not only understand the meaning of text, but they learn from text.